No, mate, all right.
Yeah, man, you.
Yeah, not bad, huh? Yeah.
Good, good. How's your day been?
It's all right, mate. Just been at work and that.
You at
Just
work?
been at work, yeah, just recovering from a five stretch with my boy.
Yeah.
How
I'm,
about you?
I'm recovering from it every bloody weekend. I was at a wedding on Saturday, and Hillbilly Troop played, and it was a wedding, so there was loads of booze. And then yesterday, it was 2 years since Mick McGarry died, so we did like a special sing around at Minerva.
Ah, right.
So that was a bit boozy.
Ah,
So
fair.
it's been a long drag at work today.
Yeah, fair.
So
Any chance you could go landscape, if possible?
don't know how to do it.
No, literally switch your phone, physically put it landscape.
Yeah,
Cheers, mate.
got no head now though. I've got an iPad in front of me, but anyway, it's there. Oh, see that picture?
I was gonna say that picture's quality, yeah.
Yeah, Mary McGarry made it. My dad bought it. Oh God, it was. We was at the whole folk festival, and
That's
Mary
it.
had painted that a while. It's pictures she's seen on Facebook of me and Stratton, and my dad bought it, and I said, "I love that." Someone says I look like the lass from The Good Life. I always forget her name, and Stratton looks a bit like Rafa Benitez, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah. He looks like that bald and bankrupt bloke off YouTube.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good show, that.
Yeah.
And that's the Boran Irish drum.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Where's mine?
Yeah, and I don't want to get too carried away. Oh God.
Well, I've only got to about 7 anyway. Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have to be a long thing, yeah. Now he's complaining that it's going to be on video.
Yeah.
We'll see what I say. He's just messaging me saying it's not on video, is it? Fucking.
Of course, it's on video. Fucking. Oh God. Yeah. I'm actually really struggling. It's just like still hungover from yesterday.
Right, Marv.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, loud and clear.
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh, that's gonna look good.
Sorry, is it a video thing?
If that's all right, mate, yeah.
Oh,
Just,
crap.
if you just go landscape, it'd be all right.
I'm sat in the dark, mate.
That's not too bad.
I could just go sit in my car or something
That honestly looks all right.
if you're not fussed, mate.
I
How are you
appreciate
doing?
the professional headgear.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
actually. Look like you work in a call centre.
I do. Would you like sauce with that? Slash Alan Partridge.
Our landing gear is down.
All the best of both worlds.
I was Libertines, by the way.
It was immense, mate. The venue, Paradisa in Amsterdam, which is quite a well-worn venue for bands of that size, I guess. Beautiful, like all balconies, and look, crowd was immense. It was the last day of their European tour, which was just absolutely banging. They'd managed to get through a full tour sober, which was
Really?
quite astonishing, quite the revelation at the time. And I got to just got to hang out with the guys. Went to see Andy Newell of Guitar Tech, but yeah, no, it was banging, mate, and they were on fine form. So yeah, it was really impressive.
Yeah. How come you picked that gig? Was it just fancied it type thing?
Been overdue to go to see them for a while. Missed like all the UK stuff, and then it was like, well, do you know what? If you're going to do something, do it right. So no, it was really worth going over, and obviously get the full Amsterdam experience in the weekend as well. Ferry, that type of carnage. So that was decent, man.
Yeah, it usually ends
that's
up being the biggest night, didn't it, on the ferry?
I got to see the Ferry Band more than the Libertines.
Oh, there's some crackers on that. I went to go see them last year in Leeds, and they were good. They were good.
They're a different band, aren't they? They're a different band from what
Yeah,
they
but
were
I'm just
before.
going to look a right old fart now. It was clearly oversold, the venue. I couldn't get you couldn't get to a point where you could see him. I had to go into the front.
But I was the nana.
Yeah, I know.
Have you always known Andrew Newlove? Like, I've only just become aware of him, really.
We didn't know him. We didn't know him when, back in the day, because he owns Fairview Studios in Hull. But we never
Right.
we never came across him. He owned it. It was almost like he was like silently owned it. But because we used to deal with John Spence and stuff, the producer, so he had that. But then I've probably met him about 10 years ago.
Okay, fair.
But do you know his name? We didn't know him though. He
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
connected to us in any way.
Fair. No, nice bloke.
Mm.
All right, cheers for coming on with hangovers, etc., and picking your songs. I think we're going to start one of Marv's choices, Interpol, Obstacle 1. Why this particular one, Marv?
I guess it's not to be put on the spot, is it? But it's quite an interesting question to say pick some songs from the noughties. And this song was getting Interpol on the radar for us guys, and it's just quite it's a beautifully put together song with they're obviously ultra hip sunglasses indoors type of New York Manhattan shtick, but they do certainly they carry it very well. And this song was I guess during the era, and it's like pretty much the job you're doing, which is investigating just how good the music is from this time. And this band were just they were a curveball, yeah, or not. But it was like we thought the Strokes was, when the Strokes came out, you think, oh, it's a be all and end all, and this band turn up and you're just like, oh well, New York City's always going to produce something. So yeah, super slick song. It's got a bit of the kind of angular stuff, fairly abstract lyrics, and a bit of Joy Division bass in there. So
the bass is really good. The bass on this album's really, really good. He left the band, didn't he? Was it Carlos D? That was his name, wasn't it? Who like dressed as a pseudo Nazi with a gun belt on and stuff. Yeah, well, that was shock. But they were brilliant, and it's just I remember when you see them live, they just don't do anything, but it doesn't matter. They just stand there, and they've got this like the European thing going on. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're called Interpol for a start, but you know what I mean? There's something about it that's reeks Paris or something. I don't know, but
there's also kind of a bit of a cultish quality to it, like with a kind of like gothy edge and all that type of thing. But when I've seen them before, you walk through the crowd, like everyone's just mesmerized. People just stand there staring. It's a bit of a cult vibe, to be honest, which I'm not knocking.
They are mesmerizing. I've only seen them a few times. Actually, only saw them back then as well. So when Carlos D was still in the band, but they still got it. The first two albums are absolutely on point. The second one's probably better than the first one. And then I haven't really looked into some of the newer stuff. I've listened to it and whatnot, but I should do really.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's play it anyway. Here's Interpol with Obstacle 1. Moving on to your first choice, Lloyd. A band that you played a lot with back in the day, but why this particular song by the Cribs?
Me and my daughter really like it.
Yes.
So we obviously played with them with the first two records. This is off the third record. I think it was the opening single. So it was like it was the album's Hey Scenesters or something like. But it comes out like a proper kick to the face. It's really, really good. The video's really good as well, where they're playing like Brudenell Social Club or somewhere like that. I think it's there, and it's got some great lyrics. I think there's that phase of where there seems to be, I don't know, going on about Leeds all the time, slagging off people from Leeds or feeling that they're being slagged off. It's like a bit of there's some football chanty about it as well. It's cool punk record with one of them classic Ryan Yaman weird riffs what he plays, but whilst he's singing over it, which I could never do. I don't know how he does that. It's crazy. And it's the Cribs. I mean, they are. I always say, if you open the dictionary with the word indie, indie music, there should be a picture of the Cribs. Like that's they're indie till they die, proper and in the broadest sense. you know, all that American indie sort of stuff and the Replacements and all things like that. They're so good. We love them.
It's all right. Well, let's play it. Here's the Cribs with Our Bovine Public. Yeah, there's a lyric in Don't Want to Be Relevant where they're singing, "You're on stage antics out in Leeds with tailor made to suit men's needs." I always wonder who they're on about in that.
Yeah, I don't know. And they probably wouldn't tell you. Oh, they probably would. Why don't you ask them?
No, I should have done, yeah.
And you get your money's worth with them. I've seen some of the interviews. 8 hours long.
Yeah. The bloke from Hot Hot, he's got the record at the minute, but yeah.
Has he?
He's done like, looking at nearly 6 hours over 2 episodes. It's mad.
What?
And
to be fair, though, hours are quite long, and we only did 2 albums and a bit. People like the sound of our own voice.
Yeah, there was 5 here, to be fair, talking, but yeah.
And we was probably drunk as well.
Tradition.
And then back to the New York bands, Marv, Moldy Peaches. New York City's like a graveyard. Why this particular band in that?
I think when I'm not like an absolute hipster or anything like that. I've never been that cool. But when I heard that album, it was they had quite a cute like interplay, I guess, between the kind of folksy stuff, what actually got them pretty famous, you know, doing Juno and just generally being recognised, and then obviously they kind of went the separate ways with their individual styles. But the album also has these like just dirty garage surprises, and they're fairly, like, I don't know, I guess really basic and abstract and just recorded like, you know, it's just a really raw mess around thing, and they go, "There's your song."
Best take, no doubt.
Yeah, totally. And it's just got like it's got a really good vibe to it. So I love their when they just decided to just do a bit of a fuzzy song, just make a bit of noise, and that's the sentiment of that is something which, you know, we've always prescribed to, because we like recording like crap, but also we're quite well trained in making polished albums and stuff. So it's nice to have a bit from both sides, really. And the fact of the day, this song was released on 9/11.
All right.
Which
Strong facts.
Yeah, on the actual day. So
I didn't know that.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Okay, well, on that note, let's play the song. It's the Moldy Peaches with New York City's like a graveyard. Was it a bit surreal when he started working with him in that? Not working, but, you know, like playing songs with him and stuff.
Yeah, do you know what? It was funny. My girlfriend, Lucy, had a record player fix, which meant that I've nicked it because I ain't got a record player. And we had a record night a couple of weeks ago, and I put on, there was a copy, see here somewhere. There's on the record. It's on there somewhere. Of our EP with, and then we put it on, and Lucy looked and went, "Adam Green from Juno." She didn't. I mean, she's not kind of into the same sort of tunes as me as such. She wasn't when we was about. She didn't even know what our band was, but she knew who Adam Green was because it was a big deal from the Juno thing. So a lot of people know because of that film, don't they?
Yeah.
It was weird for us though, because we didn't really work directly with him. Tom and Josh and Adam wrote the song together, and it was recorded separately. So we recorded lots of our parts. There was a session we did. I did a bit of debate, Marv. You did record on the song Ladyboy, didn't you? Whereas Josh said you didn't, but you did. And I don't think you're credited.
No, I'm not.
only on that song, though, aren't you?
Yeah, just that one song. Yeah, it's like the little slidey guitar
it's a nice
bit.
Guitar part.
Well, we was all doing it though. What was, man?
We did Anthony Rosamondo's flat.
Yeah, and it was like one of the messy days.
Oh yeah, Welsh Pete kept coming and going.
Everyone getting like lap steels out and just generally like just acting like we was burned out.
Yeah, it was. We were. That's the problem. We were.
Yeah, exactly.
It was we finished the EP once when we didn't actually come back to the band. We finished it. We did 3 other songs, but yeah, it was great. He was a good guy. I once saw him freestyle rapping in the back of a car from Hull to Leeds non-stop, or the other way around from Leeds to Hull, and he didn't stop. He freestyle rapping. Don't know what he was all about.
Yeah,
that one of
because
his MCAT nights or something?
Yeah,
we
probably.
we knocked about
God.
with them a lot. We did knock about with Adam quite a lot, didn't we? Just around
We toured with him
the
a few
scene,
times, yeah.
and and did our bit. So we were pretty good mates, and obviously the baggage of the nutcase stuff that everyone was up to at the time.
Yeah.
Best left buried.
Yeah.
I remember one night. Do you remember you played Liverpool, Lloyd? You think you played Liverpool and the Cribs were playing around the corner and Adam Green was supporting.
All right.
And City had played Liverpool that day. It's all a bit of a mad day.
I can't remember that.
So we'd been to the football, then we went to your gig, and then we went to the Cribs
Oh,
gig.
this when we got beat 7-0.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Giovanni nearly scored. We thought it was in, and then me and Stewie got so bored, and we went to the bar, kept drinking there, and then we played. I can't remember where we played on the night though.
I don't know the name of the venue. I just remember a bit of a basement vibe.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, but I remember because we got tickets for free.
Yeah, is it Barry JD or something?
Yeah, Barry from JD Sports. Sell. Sold our soul for some City tickets.
But yeah, and ended up in a takeover with Adam Green. He was asking me, we were watching Match of the Day, and he was asking me about the City players because he wanted to name drop them at Adelphi the next week. And he ended up name dropping a couple of them. It was quite funny.
Savvy.
He's funny man. Very creative mind.
And then on to the Futureheads, Lloyd, Hounds of Love.
Just one of the greatest covers ever.
Yeah.
And it was a great band. And to be fair, I chose this because Marv sent me his list. And I agree with everything on his list, but I don't like Maximo Park. I don't like him at all. I think we're bad saying that. Sorry, Maximo Park. They're not my. I don't know. We played them once. It was really nice. It's not my thing. I don't know why, because the Futureheads are quite similar. But the Futureheads to me are a bit more punk. And that first and second Futureheads albums are real good. Also, the Futureheads are quite into folk music, and I'm into folk music. They did an album called Clang, I think it was called. You heard of that?
Yeah.
Where they do loads of songs like in sea shanty style. It's really cool. Because they're a vocal band, aren't they? All of them sing. And it's like there's something about their voices and their accents where they sing in unison. And they make a song that's quite elegant into some quite robotic a little bit. I don't know. It's cool. Real good cover. And the original's absolutely amazing as well.
Yeah. Okay,
sorry,
let's play it then.
Park.
And you do know you're playing with them next month, don't you?
Yep.
I'm sure they won't listen to this. But there's the Futureheads in here with Hounds of Love. Then moving on to the previously mentioned Maximo Park, Marv.
Real good song, this.
Yes.
I did a non-speak.
I didn't actually listen to Maximo Park in the noughties for whatever reason. Probably because Lloyd was saying, don't bother.
Futureheads.
I've kind of like revisited their stuff a little bit. Well, visited to try them out, and the song is it's a banger, and it's got movements to it. It's kind of like a song in 3 parts.
You described it to me before. You really forgotten about this. You really do like it, don't you?
Yeah, there's something. There's some real. There's like total craft in the song, and it does what it wants. But it's got because I think they're quite. I don't know. They seem fairly bookish, maybe, as a band, and quite poetic in ways. And you can take that as you will, as that comes across. But the way they've applied that into a song, which is just absolutely. It's quite an incendiary song, flies through, very powerful, and it's turning left, it's turning right, you're going upside down. It's a bit of a roller coaster of a song, and when I heard it I was like, oh, like I didn't know, I should have known this song before, and I've been really impressed by it recently. So
it'd be their biggest hit, won't it? It'd be their biggest hit.
Let's have a look on plays. I think it might be Apply Some Pressure, but
of course,
yeah,
one, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's interesting that I think it's their second album, that one, Marv. So it's interesting you went for that one. But it is a big.
I do remember it coming out, and it was like a hit, an indie hit.
It does have also has that robotic kind of element to it as well.
There's something about them.
Yeah, they've given it. I mean, there's kind of singing about like machines and mechanics and all that type of stuff, and it does come across with that, but it's still got that. you know, and then all of a sudden he's singing about love being a lie. So it just it moves really nicely, and it's quite a beautiful song, really.
Well,
Actually,
well put, Martin.
the most played song is actually Books from Boxes from the same album, which I wouldn't have
Oh,
predicted.
that's actually quite a nice song, if I remember rightly.
These guys shit hits, lads. Come on, we're underrating Maximo Park here by a mile.
I remember watching them at Silhouettes when they played with the Cribs.
Well, we're doing that. We're doing the festival, Stockton Calling, and I was like, well, if it's a festival, do we actually get to see them? Because I pretty much,
I bet we're all at the same time as them, you know.
Well, I've pretty much signed up for this on the basis I'd get to watch them, so we might have an issue now.
Yeah, Bromwich Jacket are playing as well. I think me and Mark were going to come, and I was like, "Oh, you're not playing at the same time as Bromwich Jacket."
Yeah, we're going to watch Harry.
See what the venue logistics are like.
We'll be having words with you.
Hey, you're indie royalty. You can pull that card. 22 grand pod. You can wait for me.
Yeah.
Trying to get a ticket at the minute, but
you know to ask.
Well, trying to get a yeah. I mean, I could just pay, can I? It's not just like support the festival, really.
It would be. But you could always ask.
Yeah, fair play. So halfway through, so let's have a bit of a chat about the Paddingtons then. Like, obviously playing some gigs.
Yeah.
Next month, 20th anniversary. Is that
this month and next month?
Has that been the catalyst or the 20th anniversary thing, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we fancied it. Everyone is. I was chatting about yesterday. You know how good the music is in 2005, doesn't it? There's so many banging bands getting back together of that era. We're really excited about it. It's really good to revisit, because what we're obviously going to do is just play the entirety of this album and most of the B-sides. There's some questionable B-sides, but what was quite interesting is revisiting those B-sides. Some really cool little bits and bobs, Mr. Crackers, things like that. And yeah, play the full album and some bits, sprinkles of the other tracks.
I think they've been left long enough for us to like forgive ourselves and actually enjoy them, because we're getting songs that we'd basically probably never played live out of the box as well, which is just just a bit of a fun thing to do.
All Alone's really good. I'm really chuffed with All Alone.
Yeah, that's always been a real good song to play on. Yeah.
I know, it's like a Clash song or something. What we're playing there's still tickets for the Stockton Calling gig, and there's probably still tickets for the gig we're doing in Nottingham on the 28th of March.
Is that a similar thing? Is that a festival thing?
It's a two-day festival. We're headlining one stage. The other stage is the Crazy World of Arthur Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're up there with him. The two Hull shows are still out, and then we're about to announce 3 more shows in October. One being a London show, and then what else? Leeds and Manchester.
Oh, Manchester, nice one. Finally.
Yeah. I don't think.
When's the last time you played Manchester?
Oh, it's about 2009 or something like that.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to have a Glasgow show as well.
Spot on.
So the album came out in October 2025, 2005. So them shows are going to be in October.
Yeah. That Easter weekend looks like a mad one. Is it 3 gigs in 3 days?
Yeah, Monday off, thank God. We're going into the studio as well, I think the 3rd, 4th and 5th of May.
Okay.
Yeah, to record
new songs?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Just Stewie Baxter from Life. He's going to from Life. He's going to record us.
Excellent. Yeah, what's that idea? Then just.
Well, I think I've convinced Tom. We did a batch of songs 2 years ago. You've probably been sent them. There's a song called Tucker Mill. It's really good. And Tom didn't want convinced by. We want to re-record it basically. And then I think we've wrote something. We've been writing songs on Zoom.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we've wrote quite a bit. We've got a set of rehearsals. We'll focus on the set, but do some new stuff as well. Just get ready for it. So it should be quite exciting. And the reference point is Stu Baxter was like, "What's the reference point? What kind of going for?" So I just sent him a load of Thermals tracks.
All right, yeah.
And it's very much of that
class.
Yeah.
You still rehearsing in the same place?
No, we rehearse wherever we can now. The one it's the one behind the Delphi.
Yeah. What happened to that?
That's it's run by a band from Hull called Rothko.
Right.
Who are a really good band. Check them out. The playing was in Hull actually.
Okay.
As are the Know Nothings.
Right. Cool. Well, you playing in both bands then?
No.
Right.
No. I'm not Know Nothing. No, I'm not playing in Know Nothings anymore. Everyone's
Fair
been in that band.
I was in that band.
You was in that band. Everyone's been in that band.
You're in another band, aren't you, Marv? Though?
I did. There's a band called Cat's Mother. So basically a group of highly accomplished and talented women.
And you.
And me. I got roped in to play piano and guitar. So it was kind of more. I'm in the band, but it's more like session work. 'Cause everything was written, so all I had to do was, write some piano, play some guitar. All very costumey, decadent. We're releasing something pretty soon. It's been a slow burner. Sarah Lazenby, who's the kind of brains and writing behind it. It's a slow burner. She's had it on the go for a couple of years, so there's no like rush to do anything. But I think it's got to the point where where we're going to release. So we did a little video a few weeks ago, which was quite fantastic. So Sarah sets a table up like a beautiful kind of dinner party set, and she had a train track with an electric train, and she stuck sellotapes of telephone to it. And the video is actually, I was like, we're all here for this. Like, this is either going to be amazing or terrible. And it looked great. The train goes around the table, and everyone's just sat like doing the thing, being dramatic and fabulous. But it's a really cool band. It's beautiful stuff what she's written, and it's Salbo did all the orchestration for it. So it's like a string quartet, piano, guitar, really atmospheric and moody stuff. But it's a good band, and I was lucky to be invited to do it. So yeah,
it's full of real good Hull key players.
Yeah.
Sarah Shields, who's in like Matt Edible's band. Who else is in it, Sal? The bass player from Life. I also forget her name actually.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There's loads of people. That's it. Yeah. Good players. Anyway, come on.
Next.
Yeah. But like you say, can you enjoy it all a bit more now? Do you think? I mean, did you? I mean, you don't stop me as someone who felt pressure back in the day, Lloyd. To be honest, but do you enjoy it more now, or it's the same as ever?
Well, what's different is I love getting in a room with the guys. So that's great, and I love getting in the room with them before. But there's no hassle. There was a bit of hassle towards the end of the main body of the Paddingtons. It was a bit of hassle, but now it's really good fun, and the shows I'm excited for because just to play the album in its entirety. So there's no pressure. It's just really good fun. I think there was sometimes a bit of pressure on us to write stuff and record for the management and. You can see that in some of the quality of the B-sides. It's like, what was that? It was rubbish. But there's a bit of pressure in that sense. But
same for the album songs, to be fair, mate. Like you have to produce,
but you knew what you was doing with the album. It was the album was happy with it. We knew the order of it and da 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 da. But the B-sides came after us released singles, and there's a bit of pressure there. But no, it's good. It's really good. I'm really looking forward to the London show. And the whole show's obviously, it's real good.
It's like the nothing to prove stage now, though. We don't have to produce anything. We're doing it because of the joy, and we're like touching each other up and that. So,
do we?
So we're looking forward to just doing something, and the lineup's kind of like settled with what having Stewie in the band. And everyone gets to speak. There's no one trying to like drive it anymore. We all just kind of sit together and there's no one's instructing anything apart from ourselves. And when we banged our heads together, if it was like this 20 years ago, it would have been a lot easier. But we get to do that now, and we're lucky.
Yeah. Did you have to get Josh's blessing or what?
Absolutely not.
Next question.
Yeah. Logistics, though. I kind of actually respect him a bit. That sounds awful. Of course I respect him, but I'm sort of planning stuff in the background. I've got my little spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, you can tell we've got normal jobs now. With Lloyd's the manager, and he's sending out Word documents and spreadsheets, which can only end well.
Yeah. I'm a connector of people.
You're doing great, mate. You're doing
Thank
great.
you.
What do you mean you respect him like for like just being in New York or something?
Say again.
When you said the respect thing, what did you mean? Like you respect him like just living over there type thing?
No, no. I think what I meant by respect thing is like he used to do a lot of the stuff in the background. Like
Okay, I see. Right.
and it's like Grant's going, oh, well, we need a sound engineer. We need a sound engineer. I said, well, do you know any? Have you got? He's like, we need one. I'm like, well, got to get one then, haven't we? Still haven't got one. I think Simon, who did our sound engineer, our sound back in the days, going to do some shows with us. So that'd be quite cool.
Yeah. Nice one. All right, let's go on to the next song then. Hard to Explain. Was that your choice, Lloyd?
Yeah, it's my favourite Strokes song ever. I think I've talked about it on this podcast before. Or this, what we're doing is for radio. This one.
Yeah.
I've taught. It's probably not the best Strokes song, but it's my favourite. It's really cool. Just that like drum machine style intro and the guitar riff fucks like over the G chord. It kicks in so good. When I first did this one, it wasn't last night that blew me away. It was this one.
No, yeah, I agree. It's probably my favorite.
It's really good.
I agree with that. I was playing this on guitar yesterday. I'm glad you picked it because I was going to pick it myself.
Good.
And I said to you, I'll try not to. I didn't want to do curveballs, but I didn't want to talk about the same thing. So congratulations for doing my job for me.
Okay.
All right, here it is. Here's the Strokes with Hard to Explain. And a bit of a back-to-back Strokes, because Marv, you've picked The Way It Is as well, off the second album.
I did.
Do you prefer this album to listen back to?
No, I don't. But I mean, I guess I must be as honest about the Strokes as Lloyd is about Maximo Park, I guess. The Strokes are an amazing band. They've really developed. They have a lot of, they have a lot of different sounds. Their albums are distinct, and I buy into all that. I'm not actually that fussed because of how powerful the first album was. But when they were working on the second album, that's when we used to read the NME and stuff, and they were talking about the song Reptilia. They had it as they had an instrumental. Julian's like, oh, I've got to write this song, and like, they was all like real heady at the time. And the album, when you've got such expectations, the album is a great album, but
it's good.
It wasn't, but it's it's not going to do what that first one did. It's like your second cigarette. It's never going to do what the first one did, and you can smoke a million more.
It confirmed that they're good, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm not like disregarding or being flippant about any of it, but this song, I was like, oh shit, this is like garage heavy, but just so smooth in the transition. The way this song moves as well, it's kind of like the Maximo Park one, and it's just got a bit of New York there in the middle of the beauty of the rest of the song. And I saw them in Amsterdam. I think it was 2003, and it's when they just like got this album out, and that was like quite a good time. And I've only seen two bands in Amsterdam: the Strokes 2003 and the Libertines 2025. So I was like thinking about that gig and thinking about this song. It's a great song. Fits on the album well. Shows that they'd made progress forward after the first album. So yeah, it's a great song for me, and it's not off Is This It? So
yeah,
it stands.
I like all of the Strokes music, every record. I like the third one. I think the best song they ever did is Eyes of the World.
It probably is. Yeah,
it's unbelievably good.
Yeah, that the Eyes of the World on that album. This song is the one off the second album that does that for me as well. Yeah, I agree with
I like the most recent one. Anyway, we love the Strokes.
Okay, so here it is. Here's the Strokes with The Way It Is. Yeah, the intro to that song is there, isn't it?
What, Eyes of the World?
No, well, both, but The Way It Is always sticks in my head.
Yeah, it just bangs out, doesn't it? It's like, hello. All right.
Shows that
I'd
we
love
have
to play
to it. She's demonstrating we're pretending to listen to these songs.
Right, and then onto the Rakes. Lloyd, I was thinking about your Back to the Bus CD that time. You put a Rakes song on there, didn't you? Want this one though?
I can't remember which one we put on it, but I remember we did.
Let's have a
That
look
was
again.
that was a great compilation. That CD what we put together.
I want to hear the interview you did off it again.
No, you don't. It's really quite. It's dodgy.
It's dodgy.
It's
It's
dodgy.
really quite. Some of the stuff we're saying is
A bit problematic.
not problematic, but being a bit honest. I'm very 21 years old, Lloyd. I think I listened to it once back then. I just know there's some brown notes on there.
I think it was We Are All Animals, that's what you put on.
Yeah, I love that song. I mean, this one's the first one I heard. We toured with them quite a bit. They were good lads. We used to bump into them when we was on doing the festival circuit. They were just really good kids, and this song's really cool. And it's I don't know, it just reminds me. I've got a love of history, I like reading, and it just I don't know. It's got some sort of, what did they say they wrote that about?
What song is it, Lloyd?
Oh, Strasbourg.
Strasbourg, yeah.
It's like, and in my head, it reminds me of you had him from the Stasi or something, and like some sort of novel from going behind the Berlin Wall or something. It reminds me of that. It's
Yeah, it is. That's the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's play it. Here's the Rakes with Strasbourg. Yeah, I think their lyrics are kind of, I don't know, they hold up well, don't they? The Rakes.
Yeah.
They've aged well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, it's because they're singing about things from the past. Does that make sense? It's like a time. It's almost like a time. And it doesn't make sense what I just said there. You know?
What was that thing? Someone had there was a piece, and it was like, I couldn't even tell you when I read it, but it was saying about their second album that was predicting the future. Do you know what I mean? They've been acknowledged as maybe a bit ahead of the time.
You mean like the Simpsons spotting stuff?
I was going to say that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
The third album, I like the second album, but they did a third album, but I don't think I've ever listened to it. Well, they're on a roller coaster in the video.
All right. I can't remember off the top of my head. Is that We Dance Together album? Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. It's a third album. I saw him a few times. Obviously, but I went to see him supporting. I think it was Franz Ferdinand or something in Glasgow. Who's this?
So they got a third album. Credit.
Yeah, they have. But I didn't realise.
Yeah, someone asked, when I put on Instagram about questions, someone asked about the Rakes. So they said, let's have a look. Oh yeah, James Eddie 66 said, should the Rakes reform?
I think they should.
Yeah, definitely. The Rakes should never have disbanded. The Rakes would have forgotten about it by now. They'll all be doing very well in their lives, because they were just quite normal, intelligent guys, and they probably just did it for a laugh. You know what I mean?
They used to party a little bit though.
A little bit, yeah.
I was approached by the NME man when I started working at Goodwin, and it was like, what are these people doing now? And I'm sure they contacted Alan from the Rakes. So it was like, what are you doing now, sort of vibe. And my old boss, who's left us now, he was buzzing because I've got Goodwin who I work for in the NME. He was like, you got me in the NME.
What was Alan doing?
I can't remember.
He's a coder, apparently, like a tech coder person. Yeah.
I bet half of Maximo Park are coders as well.
Yeah, no coders.
And then going on to your last choice, Marv. Absolute banger from the day, The Rat by the Walkmen. One to hear on a night out for sure.
Yeah, totally, man. The song speaks for itself. Like, just ultra driving, emotional, mental. The tightness of that band is something which that style of guitar like rings really true with me. And again, it's just another song with movements in it. The melody is relentless, and it sits over the top, and the chords are coming in a minor, they're coming in a major. There's a lot of.
It's really clever.
Yeah, it's a clever song. When you actually play it, it's if you sit and play it on your own and sing it, it's difficult to do. If you're playing it with the band, if you're doing it, well, I think we played it. We did it at
that New York night we did at Polar Bear.
Yeah, and that's the only time I played it with a band, and then it makes sense because you've got the drums driving the dynamic, and it's pretty much got a loud and a quiet dynamic. It's got two sides of a coin, but the way that it changes the mood is the shift of the chords, which is just really clever. It's a standout song, and it could be from the noughties, it could be from the 90s, it could be from the 70s. It just sits in the timeline really well, and it is a standout track. It's a beautiful song.
They reformed, didn't they, last year? Was it last year?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
and they played. It's not Letterman, but they played like one of them late night shows. And I think that they deliberately didn't rehearse and just went out and did it. Like, just
they did.
Pull it off.
Yeah, they raw dogged it, so to speak.
And they did, but it's just right. It's so ferocious, that song.
The keys were really loud on that, though.
Yeah, no, great though. They weren't bothered, I don't think.
I don't think they were.
Yes, I have to watch that.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, let's play it. Here's the Walkman with the rat. And then just crack into these questions. We've got quite a few in the space of a few hours. So, with rumours of Baby Shambles reuniting, Ryan asks what your memories of touring with them.
We have none.
Not really. No, good fun. Really good fun. We did big tours with them as well. 30 days, stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, that was great. Real good and really good musicians. I used to like talking to Pat about music a lot, and then Mick as well, because Mick loves 60s garage stuff and that, and I liked all that stuff. Really nice community, good times, but as a rule, couldn't really remember much of it.
Yeah, no, you can't really talk about it. We could still probably be arrested for like the variety of antics on them tours, but like Lloyd says, they were considering how much of a kind of wrecking ball the whole thing was. Like we were doing the same thing. Everyone's just absolutely like in a mad moment, and they were ultra tight, like as a band, always really just decent, like mad. And the fact that Pete was getting blown up into like superstardom is based on the fact that he's just a really talented guy, and he had a really good band around him as well. So if you can be that inebriated and perform well, then all credit to you.
Yeah. Was there a different vibe to playing with Libertines or similar?
It was more on. It was like more on steroids. Do you know what I mean? Like
bit more let loose.
Yeah, like the Libs is a different beast to Baby Shambles. I did speak to Pete when we was in Holland, and I think we wouldn't say no, shall we say?
Yeah, we wouldn't.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Phil Hutch on Instagram says, "Old T-shirts. Have you got any left?"
No, but we are working with somebody as we speak to recreate the original white T-shirt. So,
we're getting brand new old crap.
Right, the one that Pat was wearing in that photo.
Yeah. We're getting it. Yeah, we're getting the old ones out again.
Yeah, because the classic ones is the black and pink, but really they're the original classics.
Yeah, this one you mean?
Which one?
I've got hooky
one. You're gonna have to lean in.
Oh no, but it was the black. That's the inverted. Yeah, the inverted version of that.
Okay, right. This is a hooky one off Dave Laser.
Yeah, is it?
He's doing us proud. Yeah.
I bought just Get Your Mood On T-shirt off him.
Yeah.
Good lad.
What's this? Markham's asking some questions. Will they re-release? Oh yeah, people are asking about the re-release of First Comes First. Is that going to happen?
We don't own the album. We can't.
Oh right.
I think we obviously we get royalties off it, but it's still owned by Mercury Universal. So if we was to put that out, we'd probably get in trouble.
I was suggesting we do Taylor's version.
Yeah.
Where we re-record it. As is.
We was talking about doing like a live session of it.
What about like live recording from you, any plans to release that?
We have got that, and we've got John Andrews of Kingmaker fame from Hull. He has got the original recordings of that.
So you could release that.
I was with him last night, actually.
Oh, was you?
Yeah. I went to Adelphi.
We're having a strategy meeting with
the
pod team.
Give us some tips, Harry. Come on.
Well, yeah. Thanks, noted. That's not a bad shout, that.
Yeah,
tell us what people want.
Well, I reckon,
we'll do it.
I'll I'll put the capital up if you want, and then we'll release it on 22 Grand Productions or something.
Yeah,
That's
nice
great.
one. Let's do it.
About time. About time.
Job done. Mick Troop says, "How heavy is the average male tiger at birth?"
Who said that?
Mick Troop.
That's little Mick
Yeah.
from the Hillbilly Troop. About the same weight as you, Michael.
The folk drama say, "Remember my mate Begbie in Edinburgh?" I mean,
Yeah.
Begbie is a character in Hull, yeah.
Yeah, we do remember Begbie.
we remember him fondly. I'm still mates with him.
Yeah, sort of. I am.
See, yeah, we see him. Let's say he's not doing what he was doing when he was in Hull, and that's all for the greater good.
Yes, he's a lovely man. Thank God, I believe.
Oh, right, okay. Simon Kilby says, "What took you so long to come back?" It's not been that long, has it?
It's been 2 years.
Okay.
Well, I suppose that is a long time. Now we've got back together. We got back together in 2014. Got back together in 2017. Did a show in 2019, and then this year. We've never split up really.
No, yeah. The Blue Mod says, a couple of people asked actually, when you come to Southampton.
Ooh, join us. Place you go to.
That's Martin, isn't it?
I don't know.
Would we go to? No, we can't go to Southampton. It's far too far. I'm infirm. Like my legs are spaghetti. I can't be doing any of that.
No, but we can go to Portsmouth and really piss them off.
Oh yeah, controversial.
Anakin's Rice says, "What's Tom's skincare routine?" Is that his girlfriend, I think?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. He's his girlfriend. She should know.
Interesting one from Brad Goddard about Molly's Lips. He says, "Were you ever worried about doing a cover of it after it had been covered so well by Nirvana?"
Don't know why we wanted to do it. Why did we do that song?
I think we did it because McGee owned the rights to it.
Oh, right.
But that was a coincidence.
Yeah, no, it's a coincidence, but it also was a driver.
But I think we already did it. We did do it.
Yeah, but also it's easy.
Yeah, 2 chords, but we had put a guitar part on it, didn't we?
Stuart did. I wasn't doing any of that.
Oh, yeah.
How did Shenton get involved in that?
No, he did not.
Remember him singing it on surgery that once?
Yeah, he did do that. I just remembered. He was pretty good. He come from like a nightclubbing and singing and MCing when DJs on. That's what kind of world he was from.
Okay,
then
right.
Then he got into indie music, shall we say?
Vanessa Doesn't Write says, "Did you enjoy that Paris show where everyone ended up on stage? In brackets, sorry, I hit the drum kit."
Oh, is that the one that Grant talked about with you?
Yeah, I reckon it must be. Yeah.
It was really good, but it was a long day that because it was Paris Fashion Week. And the one thing I remember about that day is that we had this guy called Johnny Hopkins, who was our press guy. He comes to see us in Hull every now and again. And as we're leaving, there's these big, I might have said the story before, but there's these big bins with ice in them, with loads of little bottles of champagne. And he had hold of my legs while I was down at the bottom of this bin trying to get all this champagne. And this guy comes up to me and is like going rapid fire speaking in French at me, having a go at me. And I just went, "Je ne comprends pas." And he laughed and let me go.
Fuck you know. Where were you during that, Marv, by the way? Do you know where you were? The video, I mean, during the video, I mean, yeah.
I think I was with Aggie,
Okay.
Josh's girlfriend, because I was like just running around and partying with her. I think I was somewhere.
They weren't even together then.
I'm usually somewhere else.
Fair play. And then one last one. Oh yeah, I've already discussed that. You're talking about the re-release, but
we'd like to do some. Me and Tom spoke about it. Next year, we'd like to record. We really want to try and do an album. It's hard, but we really want to try and do it because he's got some right bangers, and I'm sat on a lot of songs from this band called Gelder I was in, which we sort of fizzled out, but that's got some good tunes in it. Could use them. They're relevant. They're new and fresh, so we'll see.
Yeah. So what in terms of, you say you don't own that album, is it just impossible to negotiate with?
Well, we wouldn't know where to go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You'd probably ring him, but it'd just be long and drawn out.
Yeah.
And as I said, like logistics and stuff in the backgrounds, we've got to get that done. It's nice and getting us to do gigs, never mind try and get the rights of our album back.
But on a side note, we will be selling bootlegs of that very album out the back of the back of the van on the tour. I didn't say that.
Okay, Ace. Well, let's play a Paddington song. You mentioned the B-sides. Should we play Killer Fashion Killer?
Yeah.
Right, nice one. Finish with this, and this is the Paddingtons with Killer Fashion Killer. All right, cheers, guys.
Nice one.
Yeah, cheers, mate. That was fun.